What's up, everybody? I'm Chris. Welcome back to the House of Light and Shadow. Now, I've been gone for a while. Lots have been going on. Changes internally, changes to this whole wide fucking world right now. And I've been kind of trying to figure out when you make a comeback. I was gonna do an Aries season, that didn't go through. April, that didn't work out. Some reason tonight, with tonight's Libra Full Moon, it just struck me that I need to get out here and do some reading. Alright, y'all, so hope everybody's doing well. Today we have the full moon in Libra. Maybe it's because I have a moon in Libra, natal moon in Libra, that I feel compelled to come back. But guys, I just kind of want to look at, see what kind of stuff this moon can kind of bring us. What kind of lessons it has to teach us. Very interesting, right? That we have a full moon in a sign that represents relationships and represents, the ways that we work together at a time where many of us are isolated. Welcome to my quarantine cave. If it's a little messy, I don't really care. You see my cat there? She's taking a nap, so I can't really fix my bed. Deal with it. Guys, I want to talk about relationships. At the center of this full moon, guys, is our relationships. Now, of course, when we look at the lovers, we're not just looking at our romantic relationships, right? We want to look at all the things that we're kind of connected to, all the things that we're attached to. And I think right now what's happening for a lot of people is that we are becoming very aware of the relationships that we have in our life that work and the relationships that don't work. That could be a relationship to ourself, a relationship to our lifestyle when it comes to working, our lifestyle when it comes to how we spend our time recreationally, the friends we choose to have, the people we surround ourselves with. Right now, everybody, this is a general read, right? Right now, all of that is under review. You see the way in this card, her face is kind of turning away from him, like, no. He's like, come here, baby. She's like, no. That's kind of how I feel some of us are going to be thinking about some of the relationships in our life right now. We're becoming awareness also in this card, right? With the fire up in the sky, it's our intellect. We're thinking, right? Libra's a very intellectual sign. We're becoming very aware right now, guys, of what feeds us, what fuels us. What have we, we've been going through the motions for so long. We've been going through the motions, and right now I'm not going to get too much into the big spiritual meaning of the coronavirus or things like that. I actually want to talk about that as little as possible right now. What we want to talk about right now is how we elevate ourselves spiritually, how we elevate ourselves mentally, emotionally, psychically, all those things. So guys, what we're looking at here is we have a moment of pause. We have a moment of reflection. It's almost as in, again, I'm going to use the symbols from this card a lot. You see the snake. The snake is sort of like, for us now in the Garden of Eden, right? The snake, we're all having that snake going on in our own heads right now. The thing whispering to us about the ways we've been fucking up, the ways we haven't been living our lives to the fullest, the way that some of us might be feeling really discontent about, what we've been bringing into our lives, what we've been surrounding ourselves with. Some relationships you're going to realize are super important right now. Some relationships you're going to realize you could have gone without. Maybe that was just your drinking buddy. Maybe that was just somebody you needed because you were afraid of being alone, right? And now that you have time to be alone, or you're forced to be alone, you realize that the most important relationship right now is with yourself, right, guys? Don't forget this moon is happening in Aries season. Always does. This moon is happening in Aries season, and Aries and Libra are polarities because on the one side with Aries you have solidarity, right? Or let's say sovereignty, the individual. And on the other side you have the dependence on others. So in this Aries season where we are having the opportunity to reconnect with ourselves and become powerful again and become rooted in who we are, I think universally everybody's sort of having a moment where we're now getting in touch with our passions. We're figuring out picking up projects that we might have left lingering for a while, reconnecting with things that we haven't done in years, that were such a part of who we were once. We used to care about fitness, and then what happened? We just go through the motions, working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You get a few hours to chill and smoke some weed and watch Netflix on the weekend, and then you're back at it again. everybody, temperance. So in this time, one, reconnecting with our creative passions. Guys, I want to emphasize, like, as much as we are here in the lovers, now we'll talk quickly for a second about, like, the relationship elements of this, like the romantic, but I just have to say what's happening right now is that we're going through a tremendous healing. And that's why we're looking at these relationships. That's why we're looking at our attachments. Toxic or otherwise, right? Beneficial or otherwise. We're looking at all of that because right now we are connecting to ourselves in a way that we haven't done in a long time. This Libra Full Moon, make something beautiful. Do something beautiful, right? I got all done up to come on this video with you guys. Like, you could do a little bit too, right? Traditionally, this card was called art. Be creative. Create a vision. Like, right now, a lot of us can't do much, right? Even those of us who do have to go to work and all that stuff, like there's not a sense of the progress that we're used to in the world, right? Temperance to me is always a card. You see in this image how she's sort of like on this road and there's this path, there's this river going down to the horizon, right? Pretty much every temperance image is like this, but it indicates to me a part in our path where we pause, where we recalibrate, right? That kinetic energy flowing between the cups, that's the energy of water, that's the energy of our passions, that's the energy of the thing that colors life with meaning and purpose. Are we looking right now to find our purpose? And is that purpose, guys, making us realize like what's been working and what hasn't, what we've been tied to that just like sucks? I'm telling you right now, like I'm having so many experiences this past few weeks where just like this shit sucks. I don't like that person. Instagram is stupid. Like all these things, like it doesn't have to be that negative, because I also really realized, like for instance, I miss my family, right? This is our opportunity to purge. This is our opportunity to release, to heal. This Libra Full Moon, guys, has us looking at what stirs our souls. Right? Libras make things beautiful. Libras, being Venus ruled, intrinsically see the value in beautiful things. And it's almost as if like a beautiful world reflects like a surface level beautiful world sort of reflects sort of an inner beauty right now, right? We can do it from the outside in. A beautiful home reflects a beautiful life, right? It's funny because for a while we've been looking at these things as sort of superficial, right? Our appearances, our health, our body. But we've kind of been taking those things for granted, haven't we? We've been treating it as not important. Guys, there's like, I know that there's like a lot of overthinking right now, and maybe for some of us that can lead us astray, right? We are in moon in an air sign, so it could get a little wild, but I think that we really need, as wild as our thoughts might feel, I think we really need to pay attention to them. As much as you're overthinking, like as much of us may be overthinking, it doesn't, you see? 7 of Cups. Like, I just feel like there's like, don't ignore what's on your mind right now. You know what I mean? Like, when things are coming up for you guys, even if you think you're overthinking, if you're overanalyzing, that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. Right? Libra energy, we always think of it as the scales as balance, but really what those scales do is they weigh. They scrutinize. They only weigh into as to make sure things are fair, to make sure things are even, to make sure things are as they're supposed to be. Have you ever known a Libra who wasn't a little picky bitch? Who didn't need to micromanage everything? So with these 7 of Cups, guys, you see these 7 cups, it's like a flood in our minds. of all these different things we've been neglecting, of all these different things we need to pay attention to, of particularly the ways in which so much of what we've thought was like creativity and fun and healing was just self-indulgence, was distraction. You know, my roommate said her therapist told her that, you know, smoking weed and watching Netflix is not self-love, self-care. And I said, fuck your therapist. but like now, actually, in a way, you know, we've been having this period where, you know, when we drink on the weekends to relieve stress, when we go out on the weekends to relieve stress, it seems fine because we only have a couple hours to do it. But now when we have all this time to do it, how many of us are sitting at home thinking like, damn, I drink too much? How many of us are getting sick of our little outlets, right? It's because we're realizing that they're not fulfilling. And we're getting in that opportunity, guys, to find what fulfills our souls. This Libra full moons shine light on things, they illuminate. It's showing us to the way in which, like, we've almost been living a colorless life. We've bought into stimulation as opposed to fulfillment. So now, look at the way these cards fell on the table here. I wish I could pull my camera. We have on one side of our attachments, we have what is creative and healing and fulfilling and fills our life with joy and passion. On the other hand, on the other side, we got our vices. We've got escapism. We've got, you know, giving into the baser instincts. So now's our time to choose. It's up to you guys, right? You're big boys and girls. This Aries season says, Aries season, so interesting, this Aries energy during a quarantine. Like now we all have to structure our own lives. We have to like make our own routines. The power structures, the infrastructure kind of fell apart. And now we're left having to make it up for ourselves, which is what we should have been doing all along. We should have been practicing rituals. We should have been getting up every morning to do something that's important to us. We should be working less. Right? We've been living to work instead of working to live. And when you live to work, when you work to live. So let's see what we got for an outcome here from this moon. In typical Libra fashion, we got money, and we got money, and we have 5 of Wands. So guys, look, I know everybody's struggling right now, and things are very unsure. What this moon wants us to do, I think right now, just, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's really good to, like I said about Libra energy weighing, to take stock of everything you have. I've been listening to a lot of financial advisors right now who say now is the time to consolidate your cash. Pull it in, right? Even I saw one financial advisor say this morning, you know, stop contributing to your retirement fund for now because what's important for us right now is to have cash, to have security. So the stability that the Ten of Pentacles brings us is where we do need to look at our material, like what we have, right? Our assets, but we also need to create security in our own lives. This is that structuring. This is that structuring. This is that regimented, the Eight of Pentacles, sort of regimented about what we care about, what we love and what we value. And of course, when you're doing this deep dive, a lot of us are going to realize that some people just weren't for us. A lot of us are going to realize that we've just been at odds with ourselves. We've been at odds with our own life. These two things are very different. This is forcing it. This is living life passionately. This is fulfilling work. This is Libra energy, making things beautiful. Libra energy teaches us to value beauty. Libra energy teaches us that what is beautiful is not just shallow. It can be. Anything can be. This can be fun. This could be addiction, right? This could be like you fucking hurt yourself and you need to lay out and you're really hurting. Or this could mean, and you need to heal. Or this could mean that you're coming out of a tough time and now things are looking brighter. Right? However we look at it. But ultimately, guys, what we need to look at is our homes. Right? Our security. Who is our family? Are we safe? Are we together? Are we united? Are we connected? I'm not going to be one of those people who says, be productive, write a whole novel during quarantine. But what we do need to do is get connected to our passions. Whether you come out of this writing a book, if you used to be a writer and you haven't written in a while, try some writing exercises, right? Write some poetry. Do things that like are beautiful do art for art's sake. Don't do art that has to be sold. Fuck, I don't even know if I'm going to post this video. I think I will. Bottom of the deck, guys, you see 10 of Cups. What a beautiful, beautiful root for Libra Full Moon energy. So do you see what I mean? How this isn't just material, this is the home, this is our family. 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. We're extremely connected. We know now what matters. We know now who matters. Are we going to act on it? This doesn't have to just be our work, right? This could be doing the work of reconnecting with family, right? We have all the time in the world right now for most of us. FaceTime people we haven't talked to in a while, right? That's this work. Are we going to do the work or are we going to force things that don't work anymore? The choice is yours. But whatever you do, Knight of Swords, you have to act. This is, in a weird way, the energy here is of action. It's of being proactive. Being an active participant in your own life. Not being asleep at the wheel anymore. Alright, y'all, I love you. Happy full moon. Have the best day ever.